Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got some major updates about the Whittaker family. A family many of you know from documentaries, social media, and the attention they've received over the years. But this isn't about another film or interview. This time it's about an official investigation launched by the West Virginia State Police. The case involves alleged fraud connected to the Whittakers, and it's already drawing a lot of attention and concern online. So let's dive into what's happening, who's involved, and why this matters. The investigation. The West Virginia State Police have now launched a full investigation into alleged fraud related to the Whittaker family. According to reports, this investigation centers around money and merchandise, donations that were supposedly being collected to help the family. But here's the problem. Officials believe that some of these donations may have never actually made it to the Whittakers. Instead, two individuals are now being named in connection with the case. Who's accused? The names you need to know are Lawrence Eric Carroll from Georgia and John Patrick Rourke from Odd, West Virginia. These two men are accused of falsely accepting donations under the claim that they were collecting on behalf of the Whittaker family. Think about that for a second. The Whittakers have already lived under a spotlight that they never really asked for. They've been portrayed in documentaries on YouTube and in news stories as an example of poverty and isolation in rural West Virginia. And now to have people allegedly profiting off their name, it's not only disheartening, it's potentially criminal. Authorities appeal to the public. Police are now asking the public for help. If you or anyone you know has sent money or merchandise to Eric Carroll, Patrick Rourke, or anyone else claiming to collect on behalf of the Whittakers, investigators want you to step forward. They've even released a direct contact, CPL. J.W. Gilkison at the Beckley Detachment of the West Virginia State Police. The number to call is 304-256-6700. So if you've contributed thinking it was going to the Whittakers, this is your chance to make sure the truth comes out. Why this matters? This case raises some really important questions, not just about the Whittakers, but about vulnerable families everywhere. When a family becomes known on social media, it's easy for scammers to swoop in and take advantage of their story. Viewers want to help, they want to donate, they want to feel like they're making a difference. But unfortunately, not everyone collecting donations has honest intentions. And when those donations don't reach the people they were meant for, it's the family and the community around them who suffer most. The emotional side. Betty's letter. Now this story takes another turn because of a letter that's been circulating online. Fans believe it was written in Betty Whittaker's name, but many are skeptical about whether she actually wrote it. Here's what the letter says. Today, sitting on this old porch, I realized that it grew bigger. Bigger as in no one here to take up the room where we once sat. The many summers sitting in the swelter of the heat, drinking soda and watching the dogs bark as cars passed by. Timmy and his coloring books and paper and pencil, spelling the word Timmy and home until it ran off the page. Lorraine hiding potato chips and Ray bumming chew tobacco. It was normal for us, but abnormal for others. But the thing is, we still loved you when you made fun of us. This was our normal. This was us being happy. And just like that, we were torn apart just because our living condition didn't add up to your specs. We are country folk. Country folk don't need fancy. We just need family and a bunch of it. Bring them home, Betty Whittaker. Now, whether or not Betty truly wrote those words, the letter hits hard. It paints a picture of a family that has been mocked, misunderstood, and judged for simply living the way they know how. And at the same time, it's a reminder of their resilience, their closeness, and their humanity. The bigger picture. What's happening here isn't just a fraud case. It's a reflection of something larger, how rural families, especially those who live differently from mainstream America, are treated once their stories go public. The Whittakers didn't ask to become internet famous. They didn't ask to be labeled or dissected. But once their lives became content for others, their name also became an opportunity for exploitation. And now, law enforcement has to step in. Closing thoughts. So here's where we are. An active investigation, two men accused of taking advantage of the Whittaker name, and a family that once again finds itself in the headlines. This time not because of their lifestyle, but because of people trying to profit off it.